What's up, guys? It's Mike. We ain't made a YouTube video and it's been a while. Don't even actually remember the last time I did one. We got crazy busy in the shop, like busiest I've ever been in my life. I mean, it's a good thing, good problem to have, I guess. We bought a new house, completely remodeling that. I mean, that's on my plate. Was trying to finish the little truck. Finally got it done. And I guess as you can see in the title, we say goodbye to the beater. I'm gonna miss it. I enjoy the little truck. A lot of people know the little truck. It runs good. I never thought I would be at the level of racing with the little truck that I'm actually at. This sounds a little weird, but the little truck was getting unsafe. It wasn't really set up to do what I was doing with it. We put the new motor in it, the new turbo. I mean, it makes good power, but it just wasn't built to do what it was doing. Another thing, the motor only lasted technically 4 passes. We had a little issue, ate the thrust bearing out of it. Whatever, all that's getting fixed, turbo sent off, another cam, I'm sure, getting some upgrades to the block, some converter upgrades, Hughes Performance, hooking us up on that. While we had it out, it was to the point I was weighing out some options. Do I put it all back in here at what I'm trying to do and be unsafe? Me and my wife, we work together in our business. And if something was to happen to me, she says she doesn't know how to run it. She's what keeps it running. But anyways, kind of had to take that into consideration, and we had some issues. The little truck had a lean to it, even on the scales and everything, it was all fine. It just have this gangster lean. We got to doing some checking when we tore the motor up. I got it on the rack, got to looking, and it's twisting stuff left and right. And I mean, I'm no chassis builder, I'm the one that did it. So I was looking into sending it out and having everything cut completely out of it and put back in it at the money I was going to spend on the truck to have it safe and reliable. I don't know the word there. To do what it's supposed to do at the speeds I'm wanting to go is going to cost a boatload. And I still was just going to have the 92 S10 that's missing cab corners and holes in the fender and the bed's all beat to snot and things like that, which, I mean, that's how it got its name. It's just an old beater pickup that we put together. But again, I never intended for it to be where it's at right now. So we got to looking around. We actually decided we wanted to step our game up a little and get into the true back half racing. Small tire, still small tire, but a true back half car. Something in my eyes I seen as an old early days Super Pro car from my local track where they were not just a full frame. I mean, it was literally a ladder bar or 4-link back half car, and guys were out bracket racing them. To me, it's still metal, metal quarters, metal roof, things like that. I mean, it was still a car in that aspect, as opposed to doing full frame rails and the car setting 4 inches off the ground and so on and so forth. I didn't want none of that. I wanted a true back half car. So we set out on a journey to try to find one and found several of them. And believe you me, people are proud of their true back half cars. When it comes to a Nova, a Camaro, I mean, I looked at everything. Dodge Demons, Dusters. I looked at C10 pickups, and they wanted a pretty penny for them. And I thought, there's no way that I'm giving that for one of those cars when, to be honest with you, they're not worth crap to me. They're just a race car, but I know it cost a lot to build one. So, with that being said, a good buddy of mine, he kind of contacted me in a sense, he knew where there was one at, and looked at some pictures, a few other things, and I was like, lo and behold, that's what I've been looking for. I would have rather have had a ladder bar car. This one had a 4-link, but it's true back heft. It ain't got frame rails plumb past the firewall, all that jazz. It's stock suspension up front, factory frame rails plumb to the wheel wells. The cage is welded to the frame. I mean, it's pretty sturdy car. There'll be some updating that I'll have to do, but other than that, it is a really good platform to start with, and it's a true back heft car. So we decided to transplant everything out of the beater into this new car, which you can kind of see it in the background. We're going to do a little bit of a walk around here. Let me figure out how to get this around. It's an El Camino. Yeah, an El Camino. So there it is in all its glory. Believe you me, I have already took enough flack over this. I've heard it all already, from I need a mullet to, you know, there's a reason that you don't see many of these is because it's an El Camino. But I mean, you know, it started life as a G-body originally. So what's the difference in this and a Monte Carlo or a Malibu or a Regal, or, I mean, other than this thing's got a 6-foot bed on it. So I technically went from one truck to another. But in all honesty, I mean, the car is really nice for what it is. It is an older build. The guy actually built this car. It had a big block, blower, nitrous, 2 4s, but cruising the coast. And there are pictures of this car with his bass boat hooked behind it, pulling this thing to the lake. I mean, it had some kind of crazy Recaro race seats, big leather, cushy seats. I mean, yeah, whatever floats his boat. But yeah, I mean, he literally drove this thing everywhere. It had a turbo 400 with a gear vendor in it. You know, 60 mile an hour down the road, it turned 1,800 RPMs. So he didn't really care about racing. More so he cared about driving. So it's still, you know, the factory dash, which, I mean, they've got the cluster out and obviously no radio. I know it's dark in here, but it's got a switch panel, things like that. But I mean, the windows, the doors are still metal and they are heavy. It's still got roll up glass, both sides. You know, and the paint, it's still, hey, you hear that door? Huh? The paint's still in really good shape. I mean, granted, it has a few spots, which we're going to have that fixed, things like that. Other than that, I mean, the hood, obviously, it had a blower, so they notched the hood. We're going to have that fixed. But yeah, I mean, the price was right. It was what I was wanting to, where I was wanting to be in a true back half car. I wish I had it on the rack. I would have showed you the frame and everything. It's really neat how they did it. But the factory frame rails do run to literally right here. You can't see them. It's got the biggest tires in the country on it. But yeah, the frame rail runs back there. It does have a 4-link. Like I said, it's like a 15-year-old build, or it might even be older than that. I don't know much history on it. But as far as that goes, like I said, the shocks need updating. I mean, they still ran stock G-body calipers with drilled and slotted rotors. It still has a steering box. I mean, I ain't even got the hood off of it to show you all that. But as far as, you know, all stock in the front, it's all stock. They literally cut the rear frame rails out of it, added the 4-link kit back there, and voila. Call it Pro Street, I guess. I don't know what you call it. I call it true back half because it's literally the back half. But like I said, I was just going to do a little video to show you the new car. I really hate to get rid of the S10, but it's something I need to do. None of this is safe, but I would rather have more cage, more, I guess maybe better suspension in the kind of racing we're doing. You know, I've had one wreck. I do have, it isn't bad, but I mean, I kept the hood from that wreck. I would have kept the fenders, but they were demolished. You know, so I mean, this no prep street racing crap, it's dangerous. Only idiots do it. And for some reason, I mean, we just continue to do it. So, let me get this flipped back around. So anyways, with that being said, that's the new car in all its glory. The Camino. We don't really have a name yet. My wife's been kicking around some ideas. I've kicked around a few ideas. I don't even know that I'm gonna name it. You know, I feel like a car has to have a name. It's just something we've always did in bracket racing. You always named your car, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. It's just a car. But anyways, we're gonna be out of racing for a little while. I still haven't got my parts back yet. I haven't got my motor. I haven't got my turbo back. And there's some other things that I haven't got back yet. The COVID-19 deal really, that hurt. It didn't hurt us. When the COVID-19 hit, I mean, we were still working at the time. And then of course, everybody and their brother seemed like got a stimulus check. And to be honest with you, people were pretty smart when those come out, because we being an independent repair shop, actually benefited from that, because a lot of people took their stimulus check and put it back in their cars. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, we did more of the small jobs that we would not have got if people hadn't got the stimulus checks. So it was a good thing. Even though I didn't get one, I still got some of it from everybody. So it helped the economy. But so right now everything's still shut down. I mean, you know, Johnson's lifters, they're shut down. Getting a campground is, you know, I mean, there's a longer wait time than what there should be, but nonetheless, we'll get it. So this next couple of months, or maybe 3, I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're going to be, we're still rolling with the Memphis 10. We will be at their races helping. We've got several of my close buddies in the Memphis 10 as well. Chris Phelps, he's running in their program when he can. Sean Lindley with the Resident Evil car, he has put together a monster. It's some kind of, I don't even know what it's called, SBCC JZ. I don't know what it is. Looks like it's got Pontiac heads on a small block, some carbureted hoorah. But it should run really good when he gets it lined out. Made his first pass, I guess it was last Friday. And I mean, from what I've seen after just 2 passes, it's gonna be fast. So we'll be helping him out. He has a YouTube channel, Lynn Tech Motorsports. Go check him out. I'm sure he's got some videos on there that you guys like to see, that gives a little detail of what he did to the car and so on and so forth. Chris Phelps, he's not social media savvy, but he's put together, it's a 66 Chevelle, really nice car. It's got a big old motor, a whole lot of nitrous. Of course, he's trying to keep up with turbo guys, so it's going to take all the nitrous he can get to put in it. But yeah, I'll be helping him. Jeremy Gaiman, he's got a Nova that he's run for a while, and he had some issues last year. He finally got them figured out, and the car, it's back running like it should. So we'll be helping them, you know, things like that. I'll try to get some footage of all that, but I'm not real savvy on helping these guys and recording at the same time. I can't do more than one thing at a time, or I completely lose my train of thought, and there's no telling what I'll end up doing. But yeah, I just want to do a video, show you the new car. I hate it, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, all good things must come to an end. And I didn't sell the truck, I still have it. You never know. I thought about, you know, some little 5.3 with a cam and just driving it around, because I mean, it's still fine. It just, it really needs to be tweaked and straightened back out and things like that. But whatever. So that's going to be it for the video. We are going to do more of the El Camino. We'll have a bunch of videos on it. Basically us just jacking around in the shop, because the things we're doing to the El Camino, everybody either A, knows how to do, or there's somebody out there that can do it in an instruction format better than me, because I can't teach nobody nothing. So don't listen to what I say. But yeah, until next time, guys, hey, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. I'll get some more content, I promise, and we'll see you later.